what's up people? So I just want to give you guys a quick view on what I have been playing for the open beta. Alright, so I've been juggling around Sorcerer and Necromancer, and then I got a little bit lucky with some of the aspects and I just decided to continue Necromancer. Okay, so I'm going to give you all a quick gameplay, but before that I'm just going to go through my build. Alright, this is not a build guide or whatever, but just to show you what I have been doing. And I think Necromancer is probably really very strong once you gear everything up. Okay, I'm talking about like good gears with good aspect, everything. Okay, so first up, this is my skill tree. And what am I playing? I'm basically playing a hybrid minion corpse explosion build. Okay, I think by now, for those of you that have played, probably you know this aspect is the broken thing for Necromancer. Like Blood Mist triggers corpse explosion on surrounding corpse. There is no casting animation, it just explodes everything, and when Blood Mist detonates, its cooldown is reduced by so and so. Okay, so this is just a skill tree. I have decided to use Decompose because first up, I am using this. Okay, so Decompose can chain up to 2 additional targets. When Decompose spawns a corpse, it might spawn another corpse. Okay, so the percentage is really high, and this is mainly for fighting like single targets. Sometimes you cannot generate enough corpse for the blood mist to trigger the explosion, and you will want to cast for like another 2.5 seconds before I actually go in and start exploding more stuff. Right? So it's pretty good because it hit 3 targets. Okay, and moving now, core skills is just simply nothing. Just this huge flash. Your damage has up to 12% chance to create a corpse at the target's location. Okay, mind you, this is for lucky hits. Okay, this is only for lucky hits. What it means is for all of your skills, there is a lucky hit, correct? So let's just say here, okay, corpse explosion. If you have a lucky hit, which is 40%, you have another additional 12% chance to create a corpse. Okay, that's all. And blood mist is 9%, so the chance is really not extremely a lot. But one thing that I could not clarify is I have no idea if the minions does spawn this. Okay, my guessing is no, because otherwise I think there will be a lot of corpse. Okay, so yes, next is blood mist. Of course, blood mist is going to link with this, and here blood mist leaves behind a corpse every 1 second. So it's gonna leave behind 3 corpse total, which means it's gonna explode for 2 times minimum. Okay, minimum. Alright, and then we're gonna take the skeletal warrior mastery, and of course corpse explosion. You want this as high level as possible because this is your bread and butter of the whole entire build. Okay, part of it, I would say 50%. Okay, and linking with enhanced corpse explosion and plague corpse explosion. Corpse explosion deal increased damage to enemies that are slow, stunned, or vulnerable. This damage can stack. Over here, this build, we're gonna do slow and vulnerable. Vulnerable is from the Skelly Mages, which I will show later. Okay, and moving down, if you do not have a helmet that has +1 decrepify, you got to take this. Like me, I do not have one. I couldn't find one up till now, so I just pump it. Okay, we just want the slow for the additional 10% more damage over here. Right, and then the skeletal mage mastery increased life and damage 45%. Over here, the corpse and macabre skills, I am going to take bone spirit. Now I think many of you might actually question like why this. Okay, first of all, you will want to have a skill that utilize your essence, right? Otherwise it will be a waste. Okay, and secondly, you do not want to use a skill that you have to click a few times to use up your essence, because most of the time you'll be casting your blood mist, right? That's the whole point of this build. You're gonna cast it indefinitely. Okay, so why bone spirit is because it's gonna use up all of your essence and just shoot one super powerful blast. Right, this blast will go up until 1000 plus damage, and it can crit for like nearly 3000 plus damage. Okay, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Okay, because damage is increased by 3% for each point of essence spent casting Bone Spirit. You're gonna use up 100 essence, right? Right, so that means 300% increase. Okay, that's nearly 1000 to 1500 damage. Right, so you get the idea. And next, the passive is Necrotic Carapace. When a corpse is formed from your skills, you fortify for 2% of your base life. You're gonna form a lot of corpse, including your minions. So this 45 armor is gonna give you a good amount of defensive layer. Right, this is the second defensive layer, and that's it. Yup, that's really the skill tree of the book of this build. And Skeletal Warriors, we're just gonna go with Reapers with the chance to form a corpse. Okay. For the Skelly Mages, I'm just gonna go with Co-Mages that has vulnerability, that can attempt to make the enemies vulnerable. Alright, so when the enemies are vulnerable, all sources of damage is gonna increase by 20%. And the Golems is just the one that actually, when he soak up 20% of his life damage, he'll just shed a corp, maximum of 5. Right, so this is the build. How it goes is basically your minions is just gonna attack freely, okay, and then you are just gonna keep casting your Blood Mist, Decrepify if you can, and then of course Bone Spirit. Right, just these three. Most of the time it's just these three. If your Blood Mist is on cooldown and you don't have essence, then just cast Decompose, because Decompose is gonna give you damage. Technically it's damage over time, and then it's gonna form a corpse every 2.5 seconds. I know it's a bit long, but you're gonna need an alternate skills that doesn't use essence or cooldown. So there we go, Decompose. Okay, right, and now I'm gonna show you guys my equipment, alright, from top to bottom. So first up, we have the helmet. My helmet is imprinted with maximum number of Skelly Mages is increased by 2. And then the mod I am currently looking for is just maximum life, alright. Actually, best is to have +1 Decrepify, but and maximum life plus intelligence, but it's really very hard, so I just go with this. Okay, and next is the body armor, our chest armor. I went with damage. Damage percentage is the go-to over here, plus intelligence or life. Okay, so this is it, and I imprint. Actually, on your body armor, you can just imprint anything, so I just chose this. And somehow I got 2 gem sockets on this, so I just put maximum life on it. Okay, gloves is very simple. What I'm looking for here is just critical strike chance. Okay, critical strike chance, so that we can boost our minimum critical strike chance for all our skills. Okay, and over here I imprinted Decompose, can chain up to 2 additional targets and they will have a chance to spawn corpse. So when you see like pack of monsters or bosses with smaller pack of monsters while your Blood Mist is on cooldown, you can use this to generate more corpse so that you can blast them off once Blood Mist is up again. Okay, for the pants, okay, the pants is the one of the important part. Basically what you want to have here is +1 rank of Blood Mist and +1 rank of Corpse Explosion. Like, this is literally the bread and butter, so of course we want to have this. I crafted the intelligence myself, so if you can look out for this 2 modifier plus the intelligence, that will be the best. Otherwise, just that 2 + 1 will be enough. Right, and the imprint can be just anything. Alright, next is the boots. The boots, I chose the base where evading briefly grants you, the base is 40%, alright. I've upgraded it until 52%. So it gives you a really good boost of speed. And in conjunction or in combination with the Blood Mist, you're going to actually move really very fast. Right? And of course, I'm looking for movement speed here. You can have additional life, poison resistance, fire resistance, or any type of resistance is also really good. Okay, and I imprinted here, maximum number of skeleton warriors is increased by 2. So I have 2 more additional warriors and 2 more additional skelly mages. Right? For the weapon, right, is slightly more complicated. So we want to use a 2-hand sword. Okay, a 2-hand sword, because Blood Mist triggers the corpse explosion, this imprint, right, it's gonna have 1 to 3 seconds. So minimum, I suggest 2 seconds. Alright, so that you can have almost full uptime on your Blood Mist. Okay, do not expect to have full uptime of your blood mist, as in going into the invulnerable state every single time, alright, it's not gonna happen. Okay, whoever that tell you that it is possible, I'm gonna tell you not every time it is gonna happen. When you are facing elite monsters or single target very tanky monsters, blood mist is never gonna have full uptime, rarely. Okay, so yeah, the mod I chose here was actually a perfect mod. So basically I chose the base of two-handed sword because the base is going to give us critical strike damage, and then the next one was damage to close enemies. Whenever I'm going to cast blood mist, I'm definitely close to enemies, so this is going to give us more damage, more critical strike damage, and vulnerable damage from our skelly mages. Our skelly mages is going to have, I think, five skelly mages, and it's gonna cast vulnerable the vulnerable status almost every time. So that's why this is very good. Okay, and next up we have the amulet. So for the amulet, what we are looking for here is +1 rank to all corp skill and +1 rank to all macabreeze skills. Okay, so if you cannot find the +1 rank to all macabreeze skills, it is fine. You can have like minion attack speed. What else is there? Movement speed is fine also. +1 to curse skills is also okay, but yeah, the core modifier is or the affix is basically the +1 rank to all corp skill. Okay, and here is the imprint. The imprint must be this. Okay, this is what I feel, because it is too powerful. Each time one of your summoning minion damages an enemy, they gain 18% attack speed for 3 seconds, stacking up to 54%. This is crazy. This is really very crazy. Like, I have no idea what are they thinking. 54% is really a lot, because look, on the skill tree, right, there's actually this small little note where it's called Inspiring Leader. After you have been healthy for at least 4 seconds, you and your minion gain 4%. Only 4%. This is only 4%. But look at the amulet. You can gain up to 54%. Yo, that's like a crazy amount of increase. Like, it's not even 10%, it's like 130% increase. Yeah, so it's really crazy a lot. And I feel this imprint must be here, like, if you are playing a necromancer with minions. Okay, so next is the rings. The rings, I'm just going for all of the damage type. So I feel critical strike chance is mandatory. Okay, for this ring I had a low roll, and then the other two is just modifiers that give you more damage. Alright, and I imprinted blood mist leaves a trail that lasts for 4 seconds and deal the shadow damage, but whatever. That one I'm not really interested. I'm interested in your movement speed is no longer reduced while blood mist is active. Right, this is the key thing, because we don't really want to move very slowly. Right, and next is the other ring. The other ring is the same. Okay, so just go for crit strike chance, and yeah, vulnerable damage and damage to slow enemies, or any source that will actually increase your damage is fine. Okay, I imprinted your skeletons increase damage while they are alive up to 28% after 10 seconds. So most of the time they are alive, which means most of the time they're gonna have 28% increased damage. Right, and apart from this, yeah, I forget to mention that the gems I included in the weapon is actually the critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies. And for the accessories, amulet and rings, just put in the resistance to all elements. There's really nothing other thing that's good. I don't think you want to put this 100 armor, because the 100 armor technically really does almost nothing. Like 100 armor, 300, what is 300 armor going to do to you? It doesn't really improve a lot of stuff. So yeah, so yes, this is my build. Alright, let me bring you to one of the dungeon and I'll show you the gameplay. Alright guys, this is the Forbidden City. It is on the top left corner over here, right, just above Manistad waypoint. Right, let's go. So I need to slay the enraged spirits. Okay, you can see with the boots, right, I'm gonna move very fast, otherwise it's just too slow. It's moving way too slowly. Right, there immediately, right, you have a lot of explosion, and you can see the minion by itself is just dealing a ton of damage already. I need more time. Okay, let me not use any corpse explosion. I'm going to show you the minion damage. Go. Okay, that's not a good example.
I need more time.
But I gotta say, man, sometimes the minion AI feature is a bit weird. Yeah, look at the damage of the minion. Look, that was an elite right there. I did not do anything. I swear I did not do anything. Oh, I got the critical strike. Should I go? Yeah, I should go to the bottom first. My bad.
I need more time.
But yeah, okay. You can see that the minions are dealing quite heavy damage. Let's see how much they deal. Look, 300, 500. You saw? Do you guys saw? So that's like... Oh wait, I have the buff. Okay, sorry. So I need to remove the buff. Yeah, the elite just melted. Okay, the buff is gone. Let's see. So you see, it is able to crit for about 400, and then there is like a consistent damage of 200 plus damage. Okay, it is seriously not the best damage, but why don't I see any numbers? Here we go. Yeah, look, so they are hitting for about 200. I see some double digits also, but you gotta bear in mind, we're talking about 11 minions right here. Okay, let's see how much they deal. Hello, can you guys see him? Where are they going? Okay, I couldn't really exactly see the damage. Okay, let's try and see here again. Yeah, look, it's like it's always like triple digits. It's really not the best, okay, but you gotta remember it's like 11 minions right here. Okay, if there is 11 minions, that means I am dealing like almost 1000 plus damage per hit. And don't forget, they are going to increase their attack speed up to 54%. Look, they are starting to attack really very fast already. Do you see? I'm not doing anything now. They're just hitting. They're hitting like in hundreds. Okay, so this guy came out and he's probably dead. Yeah, there's like 200, 300. It's just... Okay, though, there's an elite here. Alright. Yep. Okay, fun time is over. I'm gonna just use Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion is crazy. Look at the damage, man. The damage is just... I don't know how to say, but when you max out everything,
I'm not ready yet.
It's ridiculously painful. And look, I'm walking so fast. There's like 500 over there. If you didn't manage to see. Okay, let's go again.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, I'm going to Corpse Explode here. Look, the crit is 671. This is like per explosion. And that was Bone Spirit I just used. Look at how fast the elite dies, man.
I need more time.
So yeah, I've been really having fun with this build a lot. Okay, so instead of focusing just on the pure minions or pure Corpse Explosion, I chose to choose both. Okay, something a little bit different from the others. Okay, even though I know by the time this video is posted, right, it's probably near the end of the open beta already, but yeah, you know, just want to give you guys a show on how I've been playing Necromancer, and I think it's really very fun. Okay, the starting is... I have to admit, okay, the starting is really boring. Like, holy crap, the starting is just boring like hell. Like, many of the players actually said like, you know, Necromancer is the strongest or whatever. Yeah, I gotta agree, okay. Necromancer is really very strong in the campaign. Because you don't really have to do anything, just let the minions do the job. Right? Just let the minions do the job. And you can just sit back and relax. but it's just really very
I'm not
boring.
ready yet.
Like there is no creativity in the skill tree or whatsoever. It's just upright in the whole skill tree before we hit like level 23, right? There is no mixture of how we can combine with minions. Nothing at all. The minions skill tree only comes like after 23, which by then we are extremely limited already. And that's something that I honestly really don't like about it, because I feel like when it's meant to be open beta, you should open up more stuff so that people can explore, experience what they really want, right? But instead, this is very limiting. Like we don't really get the full scale of how minions is being showcased over here. Alright, look at like Druid or Barbarian. I'm presuming like some of you know, or if you do not know, the Barbarian or Druid quest that has their specialization is not available, but the quest is available. So it's like, what the heck? Are you trying to let us try or not? Yeah, that's something that has been like really weird for me. Why is... Okay, and I gotta say one thing, man. The AI of the minions are just stupid.
I'm not ready.
They are like bad. Very bad. Really bad. Okay, they don't really follow you very closely, and yeah, when I say bad, it's just really bad. Sometimes, you know, when I'm shooting stuff like decomposing at one area, the minions just stand behind me and watch. Then I was like, what the heck? Okay, boss time. Let me show you how fast the boss is gonna melt. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this first. They liquefy. I'm gonna spawn some corpse. And then boom. Oh my god, I missed. Yeah, I missed. My bad. Let's go, get more corpse, get more corpse. Look at the explosion. It just immediately died from half-blood. Okay, the first attempt was a miss because it straight away like scattered all my minions, but after that it just died. Like half-life, 50% of the life, it just exploded. Alright, so I hope you guys are actually enjoying D4. So I mean, I enjoyed my time here, but I was actually hoping in the closed beta, if they have, I think they have, right? Yeah, the closed beta, they can actually release more stuff so that, you know, we are able to explore and enjoy what we really want and test further stuff. Level 25 is not gonna cut it, man. Okay, so yep, thank you for watching. Bye guys.